Hey everybody, Retro Beard here. It's Saturday, so it's Retro Ramblings issue 19. Can you believe it? This is the 19th video, which is amazing to have done so far. So I hope you're all well and you've had a good weekend so far. Before I get started, I just want to say if you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell and leave me a comment. It's much appreciated, and I really appreciate all the support and feedback I've had so far. It's been awesome. And if you wish to tip me or support the channel with new equipment and more videos and all that and its general growth, I now have a buy me a coffee page, so you go over to buymeacoffee.com and you'll find me on there. I'm Retro Beard. There'll also be a link in the description. Donations start as little as £1, and there's also a £5 a month membership, so that's much appreciated. Thank you. With all that said, I've got my Xbox book again, so for those who have never watched this series before, it's a series I do every Saturday, roughly the same time, and I discuss gaming news, retro gaming, my own stories. I show off my pickups, I show off items in my collection. I go off on tangents and discuss random things that sometimes have absolutely nothing to do with gaming, you know, so you have to bear with me there. And yeah, it's an unscripted, minimally edited video, so you know, it's a natural thing. So there's a few stops and stammers, and you know, but yeah, I like it, and it seems to be well received. So with that said, I'm going to consult my books. I do use this Xbox book for pointers and reminders, because with how off tangent I can get, I do need a bit of an anchor to reality. Okay, so that. For anybody interested, I do have pages on other social media platforms. I've got a really well-established Instagram channel that's got a lot of awesome pictures and people on there, so please come along. I'm Retro Beard on Instagram. I've got a Facebook page, which is growing. I'm Retro Beard on there as well, obviously. I've got a Tumblr account. That's probably my quietest account, but it is growing slowly. I'm basically Retro Beard, or the real Retro Beard, and all of it. And I use the same format as I do here, you know, with the Space Invaders green background and the picture of me pixelated, so you'll recognise it's me. I haven't found any fake accounts yet, so I've also got a Twitter account which is slowly growing as well, which is awesome. Yeah, so that's cool. Now, remember last week I showed you the Suikoden Tierkreis reproduction inlay that I got done, because although I got the cartridge several years ago at a really cheap price, well, cheap for Suikoden standards, I never unfortunately got a box, and I could never find one. So I've made my own. I'll show you it now, the finished product, because I've actually got it inside on a box now. So here's my Suikoden Tierkreis reproduction. Excuse the brightness. I'll just try and turn the brightness down a bit so I can give you a better shot, because I like to a bit of a bright data. Oh, there we go. It's not bad. I was hoping for the POW box. This appears to be the NTSC American box, which creates a problem because, as far as I know, American DS boxes appear different. So essentially you've got a UK DS box with an NSTC inlay, so it's not an authentic item, but I think it fits in with my mostly UK POW DS collection. It's not a bad quality repro. I think at first glance you wouldn't tell the difference. I don't have any instructions yet, but I've sourced somebody who'll do me some repro instructions for a reasonable price, so I'll just put this book between. There we go. And there's my genuine cartridge. I'm getting that shot. So I'm happy with that. And I don't know what you think of it, but you know, the prices of Suikoden games, we have to just do the best we can with what we've got. And I'm just proud to have a genuine cart of it, because I'm not above reproduction cartridges or discs. I'm not above emulating, but when you can play it on the real hardware with the real game, nothing beats it, does it? You know, so we have to pick our battles, and I do love the Suikoden series. I probably talk about it and think about it more than I actually play, But you know, that's probably a sin many of us retro gamers are guilty of. So I was really impressed with that. The inlay cost me £2 something, and the box cost me £2 something, so under £5 for that. So I don't know how you feel, but I'm happy with that. So, and I'm going to use this company again for some more of my boxes where the inlays. Sometimes I bought a DS, ordered a game online for a DS game from CEX, and they've used repro box and cover, and they've been quite bad quality. So I'm intending to upgrade a few of the rarer titles I've got with these. At least it'll look more genuine and better quality. So yeah, we have to make do with old games what we can. And for those who are from overseas, CEX is a company that I believe it's in some European places as well, but it's a British company, I believe, who sell used media like films, games, and stuff like that. And sometimes they can be pretty good value. Other times, you know, you do have to have the risk of repro boxes and covers, which I've only had it happen to me once or twice out of dozens of transactions. So it's not as endemic as some people would say, but it's still something to be aware of. If you've got a problem with that, you know, be wary. So I've started this week 2 new formats on my YouTube channel, as some of you may have noticed. I do shorts where every day I do a video of gameplay on a classic game up to a minute, although today's was 1 minute and 1 second, which I'm a bit annoyed with because it's not technically a short, so I might have to re-edit it in future, but still. And I'm doing a HD upload of retro game openings every day, because I know some of these retro games, the openings are poor quality on YouTube because nobody's, you know, some people haven't managed to get them to HD or near HD. So I've done the openings with my own sort of style, so you can see it's mine and it's not copied, or if anybody else copies it off me, we can tell it's mine. But yeah, so if you've got requests for any of your beloved game openings, I will do all I can to put them on there. And every day one's going to come, so you'll get 7 game openings a week. So I'm intending to make a playlist of quite literally hundreds of game openings. So when you've got that nostalgic mood to watch the openings, because let's face it, many games to us we bought just for the openings, or at least that affected us, it's going to be on there. So I'm hoping it doesn't create copyright strikes, but where it does, I'll either take it on the chin or I'll delete them and keep the ones that don't. So, but if I throw loads and loads and loads of old school game openings up there, you know, many of them are too old to have anybody who really has custodianship of them. So it'll be cool. And for those who want that nostalgia of their late, you know, a cooler game opening, like many of the PlayStation 1 openings were like animes and things, it's there. And it's been, so there'll be another one coming up today. So far we've had Wild Arms, which is an epic opening, and Chrono Trigger, which is another epic opening. So today you have to see what happens. I'm not going to spoil it. And say my other format, the game shorts, is just to enter and tap into the YouTube Shorts video format that's quite popular around the world, and to attract more people to the channel. So hopefully now that I'm doing 3 videos a day, it's going to really help build the channel up with my own style. Yeah. I wish to also remind anybody who's not aware or wishes to join my streams. Monday to Friday and Sunday I do a game stream every day for about an hour. Sometimes it's a few minutes less, sometimes a few minutes more. It's at 4 p.m. GMT, which is 11 a.m. Eastern time. So if you can work it out, but you can go on your simple search on Google, will tell you the time differences, and come along and join the stream. We've had some days where we've had quite a lot of people and it's been awesome, and other days it's a bit quieter, but I'd say on average the stream is getting more and more populated, and we've got a good core of regular folk who are supporting the stream, and it's absolutely awesome. So come along, make a game request, I'll play it. No promise I'll be any good, but I'll play it. I'll try anything if I've got it. In the last few weeks we've been field testing the Super Console X and really putting it through its paces, and it's a pretty good machine. The only issues I've had really was with N64, where some of the games were crashing it or some were a bit jittery, but then other games like Mario Kart 64 or Diddy Kong Racing, and they emulated quite beautifully. So yeah, and eventually when we've done this process, I'm going to be deleting some some ROMs that don't work and clearing out a bit of housekeeping, and then I intend to add some of my favourite PlayStation games, because the PlayStation 1 is my favourite console of all time, and I feel, although the Super Console X has been great for entertaining people, I'm not enjoying it as much as I could be because my favourite games aren't on there. And PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 1 lineup, it's a bit lackluster. It's not got my favourites like the Doom games like Dune, Command & Conquer Red Alert, Blast Radius, and various other ones, you know. So I need to do that, and I wouldn't mind getting Wing Commander on there, you know, a few of the classics classics to my taste at least. So I was very disappointed it didn't emulate Panasonic 3DO, but you know, maybe that's something for a different day, and I am working on a solution. But I know the 3DO is not a massively popular console, but I love it, so I don't care. What have we got? Oh yes, I've not been organised enough to have details, but if I just tell you about something, a project that I've supported, anybody who was a Sega CD, Mega CD, or PlayStation 1 RPG, JRPG fan would have heard of the Lunar series. There was 2 that began life on the Sega or Mega CD, and then they got enhanced ports for the PlayStation 1, which are absolutely beautiful. They're the premium place. And then another Lunar game or 2, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2, came to the DS and stuff like that, and they weren't quite as good quality as the originals. But then the brand, the IP dried up. But now there's a project to bring Lunar 3 into the world, and with much of the original team on board. So it's like a petition or something, you know, and you can support it. So I don't remember the details, and I apologise for that. If you do a search for Lunar 3, I'm sure you'll find it, and it's trending on Facebook and stuff and other social media, so you'll find it anyway. So if that means something to you and you want an authentic Lunar 3 on modern platforms, like for instance on Steam and stuff, you know, I would look into it, assuming you've not already heard it. But the more we get the word out, the better. I'll just show a couple of bits of my collection that means something to me. Just give me 1 second, please. Well, some of the material that I use for my videos, I do a lot of it on my laptop, but some of it I do on my mobile phone. And because my mobile phone has got, obviously, its own internet connection, it's got some. It's a Samsung S9, so it's got some horsepower to it, and it's convenient. So when I'm doing certain things like on the go work for my channel and stuff, I have my phone, my S9 in this, and this is a clip with an 8-bit DO NES 30 original Bluetooth controller, and your phone goes in there, holds it in, and then it connects wirelessly, and it's so convenient. And this is what I use for not all of my channel stuff, but quite a bit of my channel stuff, and it gives me pretty flexible, powerful studio. And some of the emulation capturing is actually far better quality and higher resolution and smoother frame rates than many other dedicated solutions, because like Android TV boxes, many of these emulation boxes that you can buy now, or hybrid boxes, they're inferior in hardware power to a Galaxy S9. A Galaxy S9 has got 8 cores, over 2 GHz a core. It's got an extremely powerful GPU, and you know, anything short of an NVIDIA Shield isn't close to it for emulation. And an NVIDIA Shield, it's probably got a better GPU, but it's got an inferior CPU. So even then, it depends on the game and how you're using the hardware. But on the go and for the flexibility, it allows me to do videos anywhere, anytime, that match the format and branding of my channel. So this is really handy, and it's inexpensive. I've had it for years now, because obviously this is a very old 8-bit DO controller, but it's served me well. I've heard people give feedback that these things break. So far, mine hasn't, and I've used it for years. So, and this clip is great because nearly any mobile phone it'll fit in, and you've got you've got a beautiful emulation gaming machine. So yeah, that's something special to me. So if you ever see something like this on cheap, or a more modern version of it, I recommend it. The last thing I'm going to show is when I want to do some Command and Conquer or Dune multiplayer link-up sessions, you know, a bit of the old RTS games, old school, and my PlayStation 1's hooked up to CRT if I'm lucky enough, or Retro Tink or Rad2X hooked up to an LCD's TV. Sometimes I want to have a mouse and I want to play it really good with my good friend. So I bought 2 of these. I'm only showing you one. A PlayStation 1 mouse, genuine, beautiful bit of kit. It's old school rollable technologies. You got to take it out and clean it. And these aren't old school. These are custom made. But I got some PlayStation mouse mat. This isn't an original. This is a custom made modern one. But I love it, and it's really cool because nothing beats Command & Conquer or Dune on a mouse, you know, and they are really good ports, and they're 2 games that, yeah, you can emulate and you can have fun, but nothing beats the original, and I've yet to find a robust emulation source that will recreate the link-up mode. Now when they do that, especially if you can do it online or in the same room, and it's wireless and it's robust, yeah, I'll be happy. But for now, nothing beats the original. So, you know, the only time I'll put modern tools involved is like a Rad2X or a Retro2X if I want to use my flat screen TVs, or if I have to use them, because then at least it makes the visuals look an approximation of correct, and you've got low latency, because input lag is not a luxury I can afford, because I'm not good enough at games to have any input lag, which is another reason why quite often I struggle in emulation like when I'm playing on a stream, because I'm not a great gamer. I need a lot of practice to get better at games, so I need every advantage in my corner I can, and when I'm pressing a button and I've got to wait a second until the character does what I say, I will die, and my brain does not cope with it very well. Especially games like, say, Doom or Final Doom. I need it running well, and the Rad2X and the Retro Tink, yeah, they're amazing platforms. As long as I've got the TV on gaming mode, or game mode, it's fine. So, yeah, anybody wanting an affordable old school gaming atmosphere, Doom, Command & Conquer Red Alert, Command & Conquer, I can't think of the name of it now, but the other Command & Conquer Red Alert game, the Dune 2000, whatever it's called, they're all great. You just unfortunately need 2 PlayStation 1s, 2 discs, and 2 TVs. But other than that, you're good to go. The good thing about the Command & Conquer game was they came with 2 discs, the Soviet and the Allied mission discs, so you were taking care of them. But they're not. I mean, they're not cheap, but they're not particularly expensive games to get. At least last time I checked, they weren't. I have bought a few extra copies though, just in case, because I want to future-proof it. I want to die before my games break, as morbid as that sounds. So, yeah, that's all of the bits I want to show this week. It's not a massively long video, but there's no harm in that. So, with that said, I'm gonna go now. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody who supported me in the channel. It's amazing, and I'm going to keep pushing for more and more subscriptions, more people, so we can build this channel up, and I can then keep on bringing in new formats and new types of videos. Like I say, these intros and shorts are a quick, handy way of me putting more content on the channel, because now we've got over 120 videos, I believe. So anybody wanting to sit there and enjoy a swath of content and throw themselves into it, I want to be the place to have it. So and have something for everyone. The only thing missing are the documentaries and retrospectives, which they are time consuming, and I found no way to shortcut them yet. But perhaps when other things bear fruit and I get more time, I can do that. You know, I can then sit there and put in 20 hours a week into one of them and have that box ticked amongst other boxes. But maybe that'll be my reward for the future, so we shall see. So anyway, with that said, I'm going to go now, and if you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell, leave me a comment, much appreciated. Thank you very much, have a great day and great rest of the weekend. This is Retro Beard signing out, bye for now, see ya.